I mean, it's got to be something stronger than your old-fashioned Kush or the peyote that used to get the job done for the Zen Master, right? Because what is this guy smoking? It kind of took over Twitter and the rest of social media today as Phil Jackson took to a press conference to give the state of the Knicks and the exit interview after a miserably forgetful season in which a lot of Phil Jackson's mistakes came to the forefront. Things like the Noah contract, the Derrick Rose contract, his whole beef with Carmelo Anthony. And that was really at the crux of what was so head-scratching during the press conference today with Phil Jackson. This incessance of continuing to blame Carmelo Anthony while not assuming any responsibility or accountability for his own mistakes in everything that's gone wrong with the Knicks this year and in his tenure as team's president. He went so far as to say Carmelo Anthony would be better and do better for himself somewhere else, even though Carmelo is still under contract, the contract that Phil Jackson gave him, along with a no-trade clause that Phil Jackson gave him, and other things like the fact that next year we're going to rebuild while also still making the playoffs. Phil, it's not exactly possible to do both. And the reality is, as much as, look, sometimes team presidents come in, an owner like James Dolan, who's a complete lame duck owner, gives the strings of the puppet over to a guy like Phil Jackson. It doesn't always work. But the fact that he has accepted no responsibility, that he is at fault at all, is really what I think is most frustrating for Knicks fans and people around the NBA who watch someone who just looks more and more delusional every single day. The weird thing is, now, the one thing that Phil got right seemed to be drafting Kristaps Porzingis. A lot of people felt like, who is this kid? Is this going to be another Frederick Weiss all over again? And it wound up being great. It's the best thing Phil Jackson did since taking over the Knicks. But even today, Kristaps Porzingis did not attend his exit interviews. If you're going to screw something up, don't screw up Kristaps Porzingis. It's the only thing that the Knicks can build around at this point. Weirdly enough, after everything Phil said today, sending social media into a tizzy, even Carmelo Anthony responded. A lot of people were thinking, what's on Carmelo's mind throughout all of this? Now, I can't pretend to try to decipher exactly what this means, but it's a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio sitting there looking very intently, listening, and Carmelo's caption, really, with the hashtag #StayMelo. To which Kristaps Porzingis liked this Instagram post, as we see right here. Look, we know things are bad for the New York Knicks, but when the one guy you can't piss off and you can't turn against you is the zinger, when he's liking Melo's post, it's gotten to a whole new level of low. So for me, the best idea ever tonight, truly, wake up, Phil, because until you do, the Knicks are going to be stuck in the cellar of the association.